I know I said I'd do that video with the deleted scenes and bloopers. Looking at how long it is, it's 45 minutes long, and my tablet, like I said, it can only hold up so much space. I'll have to divide it into 2 parts. So I hope you guys understand. I figured out why my screen recorder has been glitching. I found out the more space I have, the more glitching issues I'm going to have. So to do this, I'm going to have to divide it into 2 parts. So, yeah, I will do the best I can, though. Today, though, just for today, though, we're reacting to Edward's Retreat. I haven't seen this. I do not know Thomas and Friends. We tell us everything, and let's go. So please understand, guys, I'm trying to do everything as best I can.
I'd like to remind everyone that this video is not made for kids. It's for older fans and adults. Enjoy the fucking video.
Yeah, this isn't for kids. You heard them. You heard them. If you're a kid, get out of here.
And Edward was puffing bones on what felt like one cylinder. But he wasn't going to complain. He had been through much worse and was just happy to know he was still useful. As he backed into his berth, his driver spoke to him. "Well, have an extra with us tomorrow on the footplate, old boy," he said. "Nice, and will be accompanying us." Edward smiled. He always heard his driver talk about him, but never had the chance to meet little Eddie.
Eddie? Oh,
Next
Edward.
day, Edward woke up to a pair of eyes staring back at him. "Are you the engine that I was named after?" asked the boy curiously. "Are you the boy that was named after me?" Edward asked, trying to be silly. "Come along, Eddie," called the boy's father. The
Oh,
boy giggled as he clambered down into Edward's cab.
that is so
His
sweet.
father let him pull the whistle chain as they departed for Wellsworth.
That is so sweet that he named his... That is really sweet. I'm not gonna lie, that is very
The
sweet.
boy stared in admiration as he watched Edward shunt the trucks about
Sorry
the yard.
about that.
He thought the blue engine was quite a splendid sight indeed. Later, Edward's driver called his son over. "Eddie," he called, "would you like to help me control Edward for a little while?" Eddie was thrilled with his father's offer and skipped merrily towards the blue engine.
Oh no.
"Easy now," he said as his son gently put the brakes off. "We're moving, Daddy, we're moving," cheered the boy. "Well done, Eddie," peeped Edward with glee. Eddie's laugh was so contagious that even the trucks couldn't help but follow suit, and the day continued on as normal. Soon the clock struck tea time, and not a moment too soon had passed Edward's crew. However, Eddie didn't want to leave Edward behind. "Daddy, may I stay with Edward, please?" he asked with puppy eyes. "Would that be okay with you, Edward?" asked the driver. "Certainly. Not to worry, I'll keep an eye on the young lad," replied Edward sweetly. "Very well. Be back soon, Eddie. Behave yourself." "Goodbye, Charlie. Goodbye, Sydney," called Edward. Eddie sat on Edward's front, listening in amazement at all of his stories he had to share. "Wow," he cried. "I can't believe you took all those passengers home even after all that." "Indeed," replied Edward humbly. "I was just as surprised as you are now. But it goes to show that no matter the obstacle, you must give it your all." Eddie was very impressed. "Well then, I'm going to rest a bit before my crew gets back." "Oh, you better go to your father now, Eddie," yawned Edward. "Okay," he sighed, and hopped down, dragging his feet towards the station. Edward smiled and shut his eyes and fell asleep. It was then that Eddie turned around and grinned, as a naughty idea popped into his head.
Oh no.
As quietly as he could, he walked back over to Edward and climbed into his cab.
Oh no.
After watching his father operate the controls, he knew just what to do. Or so he thought. He opened the throttle too fast.
Oh no, I cannot look!
Everything happened at once. The signalman saw Edward moving onto the main line, and at the last minute he jerked the points to avoid a derailment. Edward's crew stepped out and ran towards their engine. Just then they heard a whistle. They wished they hadn't. Edward woke up with a start as his driver with the brakes hard on. "Quickly now," alerted the signalman. "Gordon's coming through with the express. You have to outrun him. No use trying to back up now. You never make it." Without a second thought, the driver opened the regulator and Edward dug his wheels into the rails as sparks flew from either side. He careened down the line as his face became buffeted with wind, reaching speeds he never once thought possible. "Hurry, Edward, hurry," called his driver. "Daddy, I'm so sorry," winked his son. "We'll talk later," replied his father. Edward's fireman shoveled for dear life. As Eddie looked back, he could see Gordon hurtling towards them at a speed nearly matching Edward's.
Why did he do this?
Tightly to his father's leg and shut his eyes, trembling in fear. They reached the next station, whistling frantically. The signalman seized up the situation, but not fast enough. Edward remained on the main line. He sent a notice up the line to the next signal box. Edward began clanking dreadfully, but he wouldn't give up. "I must keep going. I must keep going," he panted, trying to desperately catch his breath. At last, the next station came into view. Edward saw the points change and his brakes came on with an ear-piercing screech. "Everyone hold on!" he hollered. Eddie and his crew winced as they prepared for the worst. Edward swerved, rattling into the siding, braking gently, then harder and harder, until at last he finally came to a stop, just in time to see Gordon thunder by. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. They checked to make sure the line was clear ahead and made their way back to Wellsworth.
Yeah, that boy's in big trouble now.
When they arrived, Edward's driver scolded his son sternly. "Now you go apologize to Edward this instant," he demanded. The sad little Eddie dragged his feet over to the worn-out engine. "I'm so sorry, Edward." He was cut off by tears streaming down his face. Edward felt horrible. There, he soothed. "I know you didn't do any of this intentionally, and I forgive you." "You do?" sniffed the boy, wiping his eyes. "Of course," said Edward kindly. "That being said, I trust you'll be more obedient and careful in future?" he asked with a fairly strict tone. Eddie nodded in agreement and went to lay on Edward's front. Eventually, he fell asleep and was found curled up in a ball by his father. "Come on, Eddie," he said. "It's time to go home." As his father picked him up, Eddie opened a sleepy eye and waved goodbye to his new friend, Edward the Blue Engine.
Oh, I like that. That was so sweet. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode. This is KBear101 signing out. This is definitely going on my favorites. Adios, everybody.